A few years ago, I saw this horror movie. It was a very interesting horror movie in that it wasn't very traditional. It was one of those movies where a lot of the stuff that happens, you're not quite sure if that stuff is really happening or if this is just an imagination of the main character. And so I went online and I tried to find someone who could explain the movie to me. And I found this review on this forum that discusses movies. And I read the review and I thought, wow, this is so fantastic. This guy really understands everything. And I saw the author at the bottom and it was me. I had seen the movie a few years ago, and I had actually gone and written my opinion about what the movie meant, but I had forgotten about both. But that didn't stop me from realizing unconsciously that these were my own words that I was reading. This was my own idea that I was reading about. And this is a fantastic piece of evidence that demonstrates how we humans absolutely love our own ideas. Even when we don't recognize them or remember them as our own, we will subconsciously recognize our own ideas and fall in love with them. I was reading my own words, and I was reading my own words that I had written, but I didn't remember it, but I still was in love with these ideas. The problem with most persuasive structures, most persuasive strategies, is we try to convince other people to do things based on our ideas. We take the ideas that are in our head and try to cram them into somebody else's head. But no matter how well we present our ideas, no matter how elegantly we present our ideas to other people, they will never, ever, ever, ever sound as compelling as their ideas do to them. So the main criteria, the main goal, the main takeaway from this is whenever you think about persuading somebody, always lead with their ideas, not your ideas. This is something you'll need to train into yourself because it's an instinctive part of our nature when we communicate to lead with our own ego, because we look inside our head and we think of our ideas and we think our ideas are the best ideas in the world. Therefore, I only need to tell people about my ideas, which are so awesome, and they'll see my ideas and they'll see the glory of my ideas and they'll automatically want to do what I want to do because my ideas are so superior to everybody else's ideas. But that is a self-delusion because everybody feels the same way about their own ideas. So we need to train this instinct out of our head and lead with other people's ideas. Lead by expanding the ideas out of other people's heads. How do you do this? How do you train this out of your head? One way is to go somewhere in public and just sit around other people and find somebody to be your target for that particular exercise. And just write down a bunch of ideas about what might be inside their head. Train yourself to become curious about what's inside their head. Imagine what their favorite breakfast cereal is. Imagine what their favorite TV shows are. Imagine what kind of career they would love to have. Imagine what kind of house they would love to live in. And just train yourself. Practice thinking in terms of what's inside other people's head instead of telling them what's inside your head. And if you can expand the mental maps from inside their head, they will feel fantastic. And the cool part is when they start to feel fantastic, they will subconsciously associate that fantastic feeling with you. This will happen automatically. Another cool thing is, just like when I read my own movie review, I didn't recognize my own words, or I didn't remember my own words, but I was very, very attracted to them because subconsciously I remembered they were my own words. I just didn't remember it consciously. So if you can elicit somebody's dreams, elicit somebody's fantasies, elicit somebody's desires, and remember those, and then later feed those exact same words back to them, it'll have the same effect. If you can somehow elicit the desire map from somebody's head, elicit the success map from somebody's head, elicit their ego map from their head, remember the exact words that they use, and then later use those same exact words to translate your ideas in their brain, they will recognize their own words subconsciously and they will fall in love with your ideas if you wrap your ideas with their words and feed them back to them. This is a fantastically effective process, a fantastically elegant process. It does take practice, but when you practice this technique, when you perfect this technique, this can make you very, 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 very persuasive, very, 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 very seductive. Even if you don't want to persuade people, even if you don't want to seduce people, even if you just want to become charismatic, this is an easy way to become incredibly charismatic. Elicit their desire map. elicit their success map, elicit their ego map, and just feed their words back to them, their exact words. Don't paraphrase. Parrot-phrase instead. Use their same words, and they will feel fantastic, and they will associate those good feelings with you. So practice this technique. Train yourself to not lead with your ego. Lead with a curiosity about what's inside their brain. Expand what's in their brain. Get as many words from their brain as you can and feed those same words back to them. They will feel fantastic. They will associate those good feelings with you. They will perceive you as a very, very charismatic person. And if you do make a suggestion about what you'd like them to do, they will be much more likely to take this suggestion and do whatever you want them to do. So try this technique out. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you'd like to learn more, please check out the links below. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.